So today we have a press conference with the 2K CEO, the Take-Two Interactive CEO, whatever. All the top people at 2K in that company. They're talking about NBA 2K21. I'll play that whole press conference for you guys after we talk about that. Female Myplayers will be in NBA 2K21. As you can see, this is off of the WNBA website. Now, this is about 90% confirmed. As you can see in this video, those are female Myplayers. Now, this is very big. We thought last year this was going to come, but it's obvious that it is this year. Now, here's a few interesting things about this. How is this going to work? Now, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but men are more athletic, don't kill me in the comments, but as you know, there's a dunk contest in the NBA. I don't even know if there's one in the WNBA. The point is, men are more athletic. That's just a fact. I'm not trying to be sexist in any way. So are female Myplayers going to be doing like windmills, 360s in between the legs? Or how is that going to work? I would think yes. It would be, because if not, it would be a major disadvantage. So I have a feeling a lot of people, including myself, are probably going to be making a female Myplayer. And the 2K community is a bunch of weirdos. I saw some like fake pretend titles on videos on Twitter. I was crying, like best thick, stretch big in NBA 2K21, blah, 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 whatever, all that stuff. But I'm going to shut up. Here's the press conference or whatever it's called for you guys. If you think the female Myplayers are actually going to be in 2K21, let me know in the comments. I think this is like a 99% sure thing. I mean, look, it's right there. So I'm excited. It's going to be a new, like a new experience in the game. And here's the press conference thingy. Go out and like and subscribe and turn on the bell for more 2K21 news. Goodbye.
Welcome and thank you for joining Take-Two's conference call to discuss its results for the first quarter of fiscal year 2021. Today's call will be led by Strauss Zelnick, Take-Two's Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, Carl Sladoff, our President, and Lainie Goldstein, our Chief Financial Officer. We will be available to answer your questions during the Q&A session following our prepared remarks.
2K will release the next annual offering from our flagship NBA 2K series for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, PC, and Stadia. With extensive improvements, best-in-class graphics and gameplay, competitive and community online features, and deep, varied game modes, NBA 2K21 will offer a one-of-a-kind immersion into all facets of NBA basketball and culture. In addition, NBA 2K21 will launch this holiday season for next-generation platforms, providing unparalleled graphics and loading speeds, and will once again redefine the standards for sports simulations. Five-time NBA All-Star and Portland Trail Blazers standout Damian Lillard will be on the cover for the current generation versions of NBA 2K21, and the 2019 first overall pick and consensus National College Player of the Year, Zion Williamson of the New Orleans Pelicans, will be on the cover for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X releases. NBA 2K21 will introduce several initiatives to bridge the two console generations of the game, including My Team cross progression and a shared VC wallet within the same console families. In addition, NBA legend Kobe Bryant's Lifetime Achievement of Basketball Excellence will be celebrated with the NBA 2K21 Mamba Forever Edition, which will provide players with seamless access to both current and next-generation versions of the game.
For taking the questions. Amazing quarter. So the first question is on the $70 price point announced for NBA 2K21. Any color behind making that decision? And was that decision broad-based or title-specific, since NBA 2K21 will span 2 NBA seasons this time instead of 1? So in other words, is the higher price point embedded in guidance for all AAA new-gen titles going forward, or just NBA 2K? And I have a follow-up.
Yeah, we're definitely announcing pricing on a title-by-title basis. I would just observe there hasn't been a frontline price increase for a very long time, although costs have increased significantly. But most importantly, we believe we're delivering the highest quality titles in the business, and consumers are staying more engaged than ever. The games have extraordinary playability and replayability, and they offer many, many hours of entertainment. We think it's a great value. It does rely on our continuing to deliver amazing experiences, and that's our strategy and our goal.
And then Strauss, I know you talked on pricing. Just curious on how you think about, the economy with the $70 price point. Obviously, a lot of people without jobs. How you think about, how it could impact recurrent spend within the game, and if you've done any sort of survey work, or what gives you, I guess, the confidence that demand won't slip at that price point. Thanks, guys. Best of luck.
In terms of the price point, this is a very modest price increase. The pricing has been going down on a real dollar basis for the better part of 15 years. We're applying this price point in the case where we think the quality not only supports it but demands it. Our production costs have gone up greatly, but most importantly, the consumer experience is more robust than ever before. And I'm utterly convinced that NBA 2K21 will be nothing short of extraordinary. So I don't expect that there will be any concerns.
Hey, thank you. A little bit along the lines of the last question. In the last couple of years, you've really extended the lifespan of NBA 2K very deep into the annual cycle, far beyond where it used to be sort of falling off. Do you think the NBA 2K League has been an important part of that? If so, is there anything you can point to specifically where the league has really helped engagement with the overall game, or do you think the two are incidental to each other? Thanks.
Very hard to point to it, but I think the NBA 2K League is not only an interesting opportunity as a standalone, but also forms part of building the brand and building overall engagement. I think you're 100% right. It used to be a 3-month experience, then it became a 6-month experience. And now it's very close to a year-long experience, and that's very much our goal. And that's really a reflection of NBA 2K morphing from being the highest quality sim in the market to one of the highest quality interactive entertainment experiences of any kind. And it's both a sim and a lifestyle and a world you can inhabit that's constantly evolving and changing. That's very much the goal of Visual Concepts, and you're seeing that goal being realized. And I believe you'll see it be more and more realized. Does the league form a part of that? Unquestionably. We also expect it to be very successful on a standalone basis.
Hey, good afternoon. Thanks for taking the question. So the 100% plus growth in Myplayers certainly consistent with the demand we're seeing for expression, personalization in games right now. So does this speak to the opportunity for a non-sim game from the NFL and why 2021 is the right time and place to deliver that game? And then on a related matter, the doubling of the NBA players, I think it was last quarter. Can you speak to how much you've seen in growth in players brand new to the franchise, so that as you look forward, even if you lost some of these kind of fringe casual guys, you'll still be net ahead? Thanks.
Yeah, I would just observe, as I did previously, that the game already offers numerous opportunities that are, in addition to the core sim game. And we'll leave to Visual Concepts how that'll be expressed going forward. But right now, we think NBA 2K offers, something for everyone. You want the best sim game, it's there. You want an opportunity to experience great music, it's there. Great characters, it's there. Play outside of the sim game, it's there. Or just experience the world. That's a possibility too. So I'm sure there'll be much more to talk about, and we'll let Visual Concepts and 2K talk about it. In terms of data around players, we don't tend to go into that much detail. But with 14 million units sold, 18% greater than last year, wonderful engagement, and enormous growth in recurrent consumer spending, I think you can safely assume that the audience is expanding.
First off, with the start of the NBA season in Orlando, curious if you've seen any change positively or negatively with respect to NBA 2K and broadly, where markets have reopened, if you've seen any interesting changes or observations with respect to usage trends.
So for NBA 2K, obviously this has been an incredible year for us, and We've had a really, really nice run, obviously much better than our expectations. We were originally projecting that it wasn't going to be a record year, and now it's going to be a record year across the board. We obviously have some tailwind with that behind the shelter at home. But generally speaking, the game has been improving since the day it came out, and it's really generated a huge amount of interest across the board. In terms of has that interest changed with the new seasons, et cetera, there's really nothing to report there at this point. It's certainly we're excited that basketball is back at it. It's always a good thing when people are engaged with the NBA. It's an incredible brand, and having players on the court is obviously a good thing for us. But there's nothing really that we have to report about the results itself specifically related to that.
Yes, good afternoon. Thanks for the question. Wondered if you could talk a little bit about how you're balancing, concerns in the back half of the year about how the economy is going to fare versus what you're seeing in engagement in July. Are you seeing much of a fall off versus the months in the first quarter? How is that shaping up? Shit.
So in our Q2 guidance, we have included the fact that we're seeing some benefits continue on our business, some of the similar tailwinds that we've had since starting in the first quarter, actually the end of the fourth quarter as well. So we do see some of that in our Q2 guidance. In terms of the back half of the year, we really haven't factored anything in related to that, or to take into account any sort of recessionary possibilities.
All right, so you're feeling good about the consumer right now, but basically you don't have a crystal ball for the back half of the year, so too challenging to predict at this point.
That's right.
Okay, thank you very much.